And of course this looks really nice too. As you can see, it's really clear. And if they can get the software updated as well, then they will have something really nice. So I'm only doing the videos just to let people know, and hopefully the manufacturers can see that and, you know, improve these things. You always like to see things improve, you know. So anyway, it's 11:36 and that's the correct time and date. So this is basically your reset phone, or my reset phone, that's still waiting for a couple of updates. Hopefully they'll have something. You know, it's a toss-up with this phone, but this particular company seems pretty okay with their stuff. So here's hoping to some updates in terms of security updates, and, you know, just improving some of the minor bugs or little things that pretty much would annoy anybody. Other than that, it works. It works pretty well. And alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. So hopefully I have covered pretty much everything on this phone in terms of that. Obviously the hardware is pretty nice. Oh, the cameras I forgot to mention altogether too. Front camera, it's not that great, although it is, I think, 5 megapixels or something. It's still kind of blurry. Rear camera is great. I think it was 12 megapixels or something. The only problem I have is that I wish it was more in the center. The reason being because when you hold the phone, look where my finger is. It's pretty much on top of the camera there. So that's another thing. The what do you call it? That they need to work on, because that's right where you put your fingers. So, you know, I mean, yeah, once you use it for a while, you remember that, but it's just something that, yeah, it kind of gets annoying, because you're always basically hitting it right there, because that's where your fingers are once you know, you put your hand there. So that may need to get moved there towards the bottom here, or center, or whatever. I know they had some other less expensive phones with them here too, but you know, move that over a little bit where your fingers aren't automatically on it. And also if they improve that, that's pretty much all the minor things that I've noticed about this particular phone. As you can see, there's plenty of memory on it. They have come out with a bunch of new ones. This is a 4.7, and of course the what do you call it, here's the specs. The screens have gotten bigger, but I don't care for a phone that's too big. This one's kind of actually the limit for me. 4.5, it's a little smaller, but it would fit perfectly on your hands. And I want to talk about that for a minute, if I can find my other phone. I'll use this one for example, which is closest to me right here. If you guys remember the flip phones. Alright, in terms of phone, just a basic phone, these flip phones I think are pretty much the best phones ever to use as a regular phone. Yes, things have been changing, and you want internet, you can get that. But the reason I want to bring this up is because I still really like this type of phone, because once you're done, close it, all your buttons, all your screens are covered, and they fit on your pocket really nice because they're very slim. So far, even though they're all as can be, I think these are the best phone design in terms of just a basic regular phone. If you just want to make calls, I mean, the reason I bring this up again, which I'm trying to keep track of my thoughts here, it's because older people, you give them something even with an older Android, and things can get very frustrating and fuzzy for them, and these things are just not for older people that, you know, don't want to mess with that or don't have internet or anything like that. My parents are getting older, and especially my mom, she got some other phone, and if I can get her something like this, that's perfect for you know. So I'm still one that I would advise on getting something like this for an elderly person or older person who doesn't need the internet, because these are just so basic that anybody can use it. You know, they get the numbers, dial, hang up, boom, you're done. That's all they need for most of the time. And I think having all these phones for everybody is just not what you want. So keep that in mind if you need phones for some grandparents or someone who doesn't need the internet or doesn't want it or doesn't care for it. I definitely recommend something like this. Well, not this model, but just a small clamshell phone, and you will not be getting call every time, hey, my phone doesn't work, it's stuck, what did I press, what did I do? So I am a big advocate about these phones because I still like them. They were just the best design I can think of any phone or cell phone, small cell phones, because they work pretty well. So I hope they'll have these around for a while, or as long as these things are here, because even though I use this phone, I still wouldn't mind just using something like this just for a basic regular phone. I just think this is the best thing that ever came around for the cell phones, because they're just very functional, and they have worked the best for me, I think. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people are gonna say otherwise or like this or whatever, but that's just something I've learned by what my parents have, and you know, by the questions they keep asking me about the phone. So I wanted to bring that up because I think those are cool. There's nothing wrong with them. Yes, they're older, but the technology still works. And when you just want to be on the phone, all this stuff doesn't matter. So there you go.